Good day, fellow investors. I have lost certainly millions and millions on cryptocurrencies and Tesla, and given the situation, I will lose billions in the future. As I discussed last week in the asset class overview that we do yearly, I said that crypto, Bitcoin, doesn't have a positive risk and reward, and there were many comments how my view is old fashioned, how I don't understand where it's being used, and Argentina, I don't know where. And it is predictable that I don't understand Bitcoin, I don't understand the space because I'm a boomer and I have a hard time understanding. And of course, Bitcoin is different than other crypto. And in this video, I want to discuss why I'm fine losing millions, and I'll explain how I lost them and how we'll lose them in the future. But I'll also give you my prediction on Tesla and Bitcoin, hoping that it gives value to those not that certain about Bitcoin and Tesla and looking for other opportunities when it comes to investing. So this is my story. I hope you enjoy it. And if we look at Bitcoin, depends on when you are buying, what you are buying. So over the last 5 years, it didn't do much. Of course, geniuses made money here because they bought here and sold here, bought again, sold again. So that's something that is not really investing, that is betting. And I think the first time I was contacted by someone was in 2015. I think it was a French student of mine when I was teaching accounting. He said this is the next big thing. He was completely right, but navigating this is not investing. On the contrary, the S&P 500 did 33% in the period, and since 2018, I did since May 2018 80% with my research platform. At the beginning of 2018, I did really well with Nevsun, so I did my 2x for the period, better than the market and better than Bitcoin, of course, taking it from the peak to the current bottom. I missed out on the gains, that's for sure. And I also missed on Tesla, which did definitely better than me over the last 5 years, that's a given. And I'll also miss on this rebound to the moon, and I'll explain you why. I'll also miss on Bitcoin going to 100K, as all of these guys are saying, and I'll miss it because I'm not into these things. I'm not into selling hopes. I prefer investing on something that's already there, not on promises. That's the key difference. Because when I look at ARK's targets, of course, adjusted for the stock split, their target is then 12x for Tesla stock, so 1,533. So if you put your money here, it is a clear 10x from the current level. So why am I the stupid one not investing in Tesla or Bitcoin? Well, the comments are totally right. It is outside of my circle of competence. As they say here, my view is old-fashioned and I will miss on the long-term best performing asset class. Why will I miss on it? Because if it doesn't happen, what happens? You lose your money. And if you lose your money, you don't allow for compounding, which is the essence of investing. To use a very much used quote from Buffett, never lose money. That's the key rule. Never forget rule number one is the second rule. This might be washed up used, but this is the truth. Because if you look at this chart, if I start with 1 million now and I compound at 15% for the next 30 years, like I did over the last 5 years, then I'll end up with 66 million after 30 years. But if at any point in time I go from this to zero, the whole compounding game is over and I end up with just 3x or 0, because when you multiply something with 0, it's actually 0. And I even did better than 15% over the last 20 years for me, and I did it by not making crazy bets. I hope that crypto Bitcoin goes, whatever it is there, to 100,000, and the Tesla stock does go to the moon, not being a cold and dark place, as Michael Burry called it, but being a really good investment for people. But I'll tell you now why I will not invest in those. Because first and foremost, I prefer slow and steady, 2x, 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 without losing money, and that's how I make money, and that's how I allow for compounding over the long term. Because value investing is about focusing on risk first. And when it comes to risk and investing Tesla, Bitcoin, I hope it does well, but first and foremost, it can't go up forever. And when I look at the research there, so what does Bitcoin need now? Distributed Bitcoin mining could be a productive way to harness and contain natural gas emissions. I mean, you need to really be a creative artist to come up with such ideas. So they make it look really nice, what the source, where they find it, and what will this be, and how will this benefit Bitcoin, crypto, always some new idea to try to get you to invest and to understand how great it is. It might work, but then again, when it comes to investing, what if it doesn't? And what will they invent more? We have robotaxis, we have natural gas emissions for Bitcoin mining, things like that. What is next to try to push up the price, to increase demand so that they make money? Because after all, it's all about someone making money. And you better make it you, not somebody else. Therefore, I'm happy to miss out. And speaking of making money, let me show you, this is funny. I came across this video today, and I looked at the title, Jeremy Lefebvre Makes Money is the name of the channel. And I'll show you how he certainly makes money. Don't fall into that trap. So I also made 2 videos. I had a hunch that Tesla will go down, so I shorted it. Then I thought, well, I made some little money. I don't want to skew the performance of my YouTube portfolio. Plus, it's just educational, so it's a demo portfolio. So I closed it. But the real truth is, I made $115 on the first video, and I lost 8 Tesla fanboys. And I made $91 on the second video, and I'm still making some money on it, and I got those Tesla fanboys back. So when we make videos, we certainly make money. Be sure of the business model. And when it comes to these business models, Bitcoin, Tesla, someone certainly makes money, so be very careful about that. And let's now go into my investing message. Another person that many of you don't like, but he's telling you the truth, and that's why people don't like it. No political here, just investing. If investing is entertaining, if you're having fun, you're probably not making any money. Good investing is very boring. Now, let's discuss my Tesla and Bitcoin predictions to put it down in a video here for future reference. If I look at Tesla, the market cap now is 300 billion. So for a car company, oh yes, they are a car company, they sell cars, not yet a data company, but we'll touch on that too. They need to make 30 billion of profit in a good year. For now, they make 12 billion, so one might say, okay, if it drops another 60%, it might be fairly valued. But they are still a car company. What is their competitive advantage? I can buy a Tesla, I can buy a Mercedes, I can buy a BMW, I can buy a Kia, a Hyundai, a whatever is out there. So when it comes to cars, what's the competitive advantage? Plus, when it comes to cars, if I look at the bonds overview of Mercedes-Benz, if I look at the bid prices and the yields on there, the yields are still 3%, 2%, and there is plenty of liquidity. So any company, big car company, can borrow billions and then invest it into competitive advantages, into destroying the competitive advantage that Tesla might temporarily have. This is the biggest company in the world. What prevents it to invest, take the technology, improve the technology, and then maybe even offer it for free? Therefore, I might be stupid on Tesla. I'm also stupid on Bitcoin. As they say in the comments, so more innovation is coming. A lot of people lost a lot of money in the last year and a half on innovation investing. Wow. And I have no idea where Bitcoin will go. It depends on the supply and demand. And they are inventing crazier and crazier ideas to push you to invest there because they make money on you investing there. Plus, competitive advantage. It again, like money, like fiat money, depends on your belief in it, and someone else can come in with the government, taxes, whatever, and there it is. Nobody knows what the future will bring you. And as said, I hope it does really, really well, but I'm going to stay away from Tesla and Bitcoin at whatever price because I don't know where those businesses will be 5 to 10 years down the road. Those depend on unknowns that I don't know. You might be convinced, and thanks you for unsubscribing if you're convinced those will do well. This is a value investing channel after all, but I think I could do better because my investing style is if it doesn't happen, I hope I do well. That's the key. If it doesn't happen, worst case scenario, I still do okay. That's value investing, and if you do that, you allow for compounding over time. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the haters, but just a video to put my perspective there. Hope you enjoyed it. I will make $100 on the haters. And thanks for watching. See you tomorrow in the Berkshire video, stock analysis, and we continue with what we do on this channel.